There are some settings that are classic for horror stories, like for example, a mansion or a forest. Sadly, there comes a point where they become too familiar and uninteresting. I am always captivated by horror games that choose settings that are out of the ordinary, and I am inclined to check it out just to see what they managed to do. Well, today I'm going to talk to you about a game that does precisely that. The game takes place in an oil rig, which is a setting that is not common for horror games, and packs an engaging story with a very cool monster design. Hi everyone, my name is Jeremy and this is my non-spoiler review for Still Wakes the Deep for the ps5. The game was developed by The Chinese Room and published by Secret Mode Limited. So let's talk about the story and the premise of this game. Still Wakes the Deep follows the story of an electrician named McLeary who works at an oil rig. An accident happens that unleashes a creepy and mysterious monster, and now it's up to you to find a way to survive and escape before it's too late. The story of this game is told through voice-acted cutscenes and dialogue and documents that you find. In terms of visuals, the game goes for a realistic look, and it's a very good-looking game. It has some very excellent lighting that accentuate different scenes throughout the game, and the setting itself, the oil rig, it's very interesting, and in my opinion, like I said in the intro, it's an unexplored setting for horror games. In terms of the music, all I have to say is that the game features some very tense and atmospheric music that really accentuates the horror gameplay throughout the game, and generates a lot of tension, especially when you're being chased by the monster. So let's talk about the gameplay. Still Wakes the Deep is a first-person survival horror game. The objective of the game is to find a way to stop the monster that has appeared in the oil rig and escape. In terms of mobility, in this game you can walk, jump, climb, and crawl through vents. The gameplay is linear and basically all you have to do is move from point A to point B following the story beats. Along the way you will have to crawl, jump, climb, and solve some very light and easy puzzles to find your way through. There will be sequences where you will have close encounters with the game's monster, and in these sequences you will have to hide and throw things to distract it so that you can reach the next area. Other times you will have chase sequences where you will have to run away from the monster. In regards to the monster, there's only one monster in the game, and honestly it is freaking awesome. The design is very cool, and a lot of people have been comparing it to The Thing from that very famous old horror movie. Still Wakes the Deep is a short game taking around 4 to 6 hours to complete. In terms of performance, the game features a quality and a performance mode. I played the game on performance mode and it didn't really feel like a smooth 60 frames per second, but it was still more than 30, and there weren't any significant frame rate drops. So let's talk about the pros and the cons of this game, and I'm gonna start off with the cons. First of all, when you are being chased by the monster, there are way too many effects happening on the screen, and it makes it really hard to look at the screen at that time. Your flashlight starts flickering, there's a chemical effect on the borders of the screen, and you can add to that the darkness, and honestly it just becomes very hard to see. But my second complaint, I would consider it my only real complaint, is that the gameplay is nothing out of the ordinary. Honestly, the gameplay you see in this game is what you would typically see in these type of games, and it's sad, especially because of the pros that I'm about to mention. So let's talk about the pros. First of all, the story and voice acting. The story is very engaging, very interesting, and the way it's presented is pretty cool, especially because of the monster, and the voice acting is top quality. And it really helps to give life to the characters and to the story. And second of all, the visuals of the game. The game looks really good from beginning to end. The lighting especially, it was something that really stood out to me. And of course, the monster design was incredible, and it really takes the game up a notch. And that's the reason why I'm saying that the ordinary gameplay is a limitation of the game, because beyond the gameplay, the rest of the game is really exceptional. So in conclusion, Still Wakes the Deep has an engaging and creative horror story that is carried by excellent writing, visuals, voice acting, and a very creepy monster design. Sadly, not enough effort was put into the gameplay to make this an all-around exceptional game. Nevertheless, what we got in the end is still good enough. For this reason, I recommend Still Wakes the Deep for the ps5. So that's gonna be it for my non-spoiler review. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!
What the fuck?
Hi everyone, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel to keep up to date with our content.